Hey Scorpio, this is Perrymore Tarot's weekend reading from August 2nd through the 4th, 2024. This is for Scorpio. Last shuffle for Scorpio. Let's see what's going on. Scorpio, we have stuck energy and then we have milestones. Stuck energy has been coming out so much. What the heck is going on? Oh my goodness. So you may be, something may happen. It's a milestone and you may be like, oh my gosh, like I never thought I'd be in this spot. I knew it eventually would get to this point, but I just didn't think it would happen so quickly. Whatever this is, let's see. You may be stuck on a past energy. Mm, People around you are going to be stuck on the past a lot. Anybody who comes around you this weekend, especially, is going to be focused on the time when they were doing it. The time, don't you I can't stand sometimes when a person harps on this and stays on it. Like they might repeat it over and over. Like, say you're having a conversation with this person, they will talk about the time when they were balling, when they had it all figured out, back when they looked good, back when they lost, they had, they weren't as big or they weren't as small or they weren't as bald or whatever the heck their issue is. And then you'll be like, man, that's crazy. And then the next person, somebody may walk up. Look, I can't make this up, man. The Knight of Wands, someone walks up to this person and they're trying to have a conversation. This person will ease that back into the conversation. Yeah, man, back in the day, I used to be able to do X, Y, Z. This reminds me of Napoleon Dynamite. You remember when the uncle, I think his uncle's name was Russ or Rusty or something, and he was out there doing football plays because he used to be the quarterback 20 years ago. And it's I don't know why, but like I can't laugh about it now because it's too funny. You know how like when something's too funny, you can't get it out. I can't get it out yet. Like I think this is something that I'm gonna shake the bed on later when I'm laying in the bed. I'm gonna be dying laughing. Um, but this is talking about the energy around you. People are gonna be really hot about coming towards you, especially if they're in your home or you're at their home, talking about when it was the great back when they had money and they could do this and that. People are going to be so they're going to be so pressed to talk about back then. And you may also be influenced to be in the same place. I remember back when I had it all. I remember back when I had freedom and when things made sense. The milestone is now that maybe, you know how like when life was easy and we were young, we were looking good, but then the Ten of Wands and the King of Pentacles comes in. The milestone is that now we're an adult. And somebody sent me, my sister actually was like, adulthood is the most ghetto hood I've ever been in. Why did I ask to grow up? And I'm just like, shut up. But this talks a lot about how the bills come in, the obligations come in. Now you've got to cut your grass every Saturday, or else the HOA is going to be on your tail. A lot of people are now talking about before they had all these obligations, what life was like. You may already be in that space like, dang, look at me now. I'm all grown up and I've got all these things I've got to do. I've got a house I've got to clean. I've got this and that going on. Some of you may find that perhaps you were enjoying yourself all week and back and forth, running back and forth and everything. And this weekend, you might find everything piled up, piled. Ten of Wands is like, all the dishes are dirty, including the pot you never use, but you did. And there's burnt rice at the bottom of that one. You know what I mean? And I just sat it here to soak, and now I got to get to it. Right? I'm gonna be honest. I've never been to a Scorpio's house that hasn't been laid and put together, at all. Not one. I mean, of course, we all have our moments where it's like, okay, this isn't clean, but I've actually never been to a Scorpio's house where it wasn't organized perfectly, at all. Not one. Not even a man. Not one. House is so perfect. Their furniture stays the same. They don't even put plastic on the couch, but their couch stays the same for 20 years with four toddlers. I'm like, how did you do this? I'm me myself. I can't have a white couch. It is going to have something on that couch. I'm sorry. Within the first week of me getting that couch, I'm going to have to invest in a shampooer. And, and it's just me. You know what I mean? That's just me doing this by myself as an adult. So there's a milestone of someone saying, dude, I've got a lot of obligations. I've got to take care of some stuff, especially around the home. You have to let go of feeling bad about this, or let go of flip flopping from I got this, I'm a persevere, to, if it wasn't for all these things going on, I wouldn't be in this position. You've got to let go of flip flopping back and forth between being upset and then being encouraged and being empowered and saying I'm going to take care of it. You've got to rein it in. It's like make it break things down to a point where it's making sense, so that you're not sitting there going and lamenting over the weekend like, if only I didn't do XYZ, I wouldn't be in this position. You have new beginnings here with the Four of Swords and the Five of Wands. And so this is a cycle of goodness. Very, man, this is very, very, let's see, six. You're going to have to there's a lot going on here. It's going to be really hard for you to get a peace of mind. It's going to be really, really hard. And I see that because of the struggle of wanting to have freedom and leave and go, and remembering a time when things were much simpler. You're going to be surrounded by people who are in the same energy, but it may manifest with you differently. With them, it may literally be, I used to look so good. I remember back when I had a waist. I remember back when everything was sitting where it's supposed to sit. I remember when I had hair type of mess. I literally just had a conversation with someone about that. No, they weren't a Scorpio, but just like, back when I had it all figured out kind of thing. And I'm just like, well, you don't, right? I mean, that was then. It's now, right now. Right now, figure it out now. Like, we don't need to keep rehashing where you were, because that place doesn't matter anymore, right? Because that's back then. And you probably think it was so great now because of where you thought, like, you know what I mean? You know how, like, back then, remember, I don't know if you guys have done this, but I remember a time when I thought I was fat. And when I look back at that picture, I was like, my stomach was so laid. Life was good for me. I was slim, and you might, that would be the reason why now you look back and go, oh my gosh, things could have been, I really, I had it so good back then, and things could have been so much better, and all this other stuff. So there's something about letting go of being in a victim mentality. Okay, let go of flip flopping from between a victim mentality and um, then waffling back into I got this, I've got this. Stick to you got this, because this milestone energy is like you're the master of your domain. You may not see it because of how many things you got on your plate, but you are. You really are. You got it going on. They want you to celebrate the weekend, celebrate yourself, even if you have a lot of obligations. Listen to music, dance, sing along, right? Take care of everything, whistle while you work, if that makes any sense. Mm-mm-mm. So you could be dealing with a Taurus, a Libra. I know this is all over the place, but that's what they've got, man. And Sagittarius. You could also be dealing with a Leo, um, Gemini, Aquarius, or Capricorn or Virgo. So you could be a Libra, Scorpio cusp, or a Scorpio, Sagittarius cusp. You have Sagittarius, Capricorn cusp, Capricorn, Aquarius cusp, Aries, Taurus cusp, Taurus, Gemini cusp, and Leo, Virgo cusp, or Virgo, Libra cusp. And if you're not dealing with those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.